What's up, you guy?
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
Good, man.
The Bolivian way?
Yeah, man.
So, Alejandro, the life of a footballer is short but intense. Now that you've retired, how do you feel?
No, I feel grateful that I had a 16-year-long career. It was an amazing feeling, being able to live my dream and make a living off what I love to do. So,
Amen.
Yeah, it was a bittersweet feeling when I had to make the decision to retire. But now, what I want to do is use my experience, to inspire the future generations of the sport and use sports psychology and mentorship programs to help soccer players find their path.
Based on your experience, do you feel that South America has the best talent?
I think soccer is like basically our religion, it's part of our culture. There's so much raw talent, the hunger that the players have, especially those who come out of difficult situations, there's a hunger to find success. And that shows, every time a player is exported to Europe, they have an immediate impact in the top clubs in the world. So yeah, you might need a little bit more structure, because South America probably doesn't have the infrastructure that Europe has or the organization. But yeah, in terms of raw talent, we're up there.
So Bolivia obviously sadly didn't make the World Cup this year. What does your country need in order to get to that next step and get into a World Cup?
No, we were so close, and one of the things I saw was such great performances from the young talent that we had. And the main examples were Miguelito, I think Fernando Nava is an up-and-comer too. And these are players that finished their development in countries like Brazil. So I think the next step, is to export these players, export our young talent to the top leagues in Europe so that we can help them reach the next level and compete against the best talent in the world. So that's going to help us not just be a strong team at home, but be able to compete anywhere in the world.
So, mate, out of all the teams that you've played for, where do you feel the most comfortable?
Definitely Oriente and Wilstermann. Oriente basically gave me the chance to show my individual skills, reach the Bolivian national team. It was a team that had such passion, such great soccer culture, great environment. Playing in front of 40,000 fans, allowed me to discover that I was very good at playing under pressure. And Wilstermann had a similar environment. We had great success as a team, winning 2 championships and going very far in the Copa Libertadores.
So, mate, after all of the legends that you played against, I've always wanted to know this, who's been your toughest opponent?
I definitely have to mention Messi, Ronaldinho, Xavi, and Iniesta.
Legends.
Messi, to me, is the GOAT. I played a half against him, but definitely the experience that I had against Ronaldinho was one that I'm always going to remember because the guy was amazing. He wasn't even in his Barcelona prime, but when he played against us, we were in Santa Cruz. It was my first start for the Bolivian national team, and the aura of this guy, the way he played during the game, how strong he was, the passes he made, his soccer IQ, it was incredible. He had such an impact on the game. He made the difference, and on top of it, you can't even get mad at the dude because he's always smiling. So yeah.
That's true. So you're a professional footballer with a university degree, which is not common. Mm-hmm. Do you think it should be more?
Yeah, I think it's something that more athletes should pursue because in my case, it was definitely like a plan B just in case, professional soccer career didn't work out. And at the same time, it's something that you can use in your post-soccer life. So that's definitely what I did. The 4 years, at Holy Cross also helped me develop more as a player and be prepared for the next level. And yeah, that was it.
So, mate, now that you've retired, what is the next step for you outside of the pitch?
Well, my mission is definitely to help athletes find their path. Working as COO of Mopogo, we're helping athletes get athletic scholarships in the US and help them reach their full potential.
Exactly, because when you combine a high level of education with a high level of sport combined together in a professional environment, you're always going to be prepared to succeed.
And that's how we're going to change lives.
Ooh. So, mate, we all know that technology is shaping the world, especially in football. What do you think of these new innovations?
I think apps like FutbolConnect have to give the opportunities to the players that they've been lacking for the past decades. It basically creates a global visibility that allows players to be visible to coaches, scouts, whatever their needs are, and that extra visibility will make the difference.
Amen.
Amen.